Welcome back to the most listened to real estate and mortgage show in the universe. The Lone Ranger is with me. I am Cleve Loveland, Central Florida's voice of real estate. Got some listings real quick I want to jump into. New listings are down, Bruce. Inventory is going to shrink. You have your pick right now. But for a starter home, under $300,000, not many of those out here. I've got one for $260,000. 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, 1 car garage, plus a carport, 900 square feet, plus a Florida room, half-acre lot. This is in Orange City. For $260,000. Great house. That's probably
nice property.
FHA. You're probably in for $10,000 on something like that.
Well, I mean, you've at 260 at 3.5% down. 260 times 3.5% is $9,100.
What did I say?
Down
$10,000.
payment.
There you go. And then I got a pool home here. Best price pool home around. Half-acre lot in Apopka, right by the 429. All that growth out there on the west side of Apopka. $355,000, 1,300 square feet, but in-ground pool, not an above-ground pool, not a cat trap. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, half-acre, no HOA, beautiful property set back from the road. $355,000 in Apopka for that one.
Great listing.
Yes, and the inside's in great shape. No work needed. Palisades, quarter-acre lot, 5 bedroom, 3 bath, custom home for $560,000 with a pool, 2,700 square feet. Now you can go get a new home, Bruce, in Claremont. You can go get a new home for $550,000. Not going to have the pool. Not going to have a quarter-acre lot. This one's got a side entry garage. 2 car, fresh paint on the inside, double master suites on this one, and just move right in. Actually, on these, I could use a carpet allowance on that, but the estate said get rid of it. So that one will go. $560,000 in the Palisades. And then I've got, this is gorgeous, Bruce. These people bought this house, put about $80,000 into it, and $685,000. This is in Errol Estates in Apopka. Muirfield was a great
community.
One little custom section of the neighborhood where the custom builder comes in. You walk in this house, the ceiling treatments, the design, mitered glass windows. I mean, just things you don't see when you walk into a builder's model. But three bedrooms plus a den, 3 baths, 2,700 square feet. But you walk, as soon as you walk in, Bruce, it's on one of the golf holes on the Errol Estates. And I heard that golf course is going to get reopened. But water beyond that, it's like $1 million view. You walk in, it looks like you're in a valley.
What's that one priced at?
That's at $685,000.
Beautiful.
With a pool. And just gorgeous. 3 car side entry garage.
Custom home on
a 0.33 acre lot.
It's a nice spot. That's a beautiful property.
And they upgraded all the flooring. The kitchen was redone. All the right stuff has been upgraded.
What a great retirement home too.
Oh, formal living areas, remote family room. Every room in the master view this just $1 million
And that's
view.
not 55 and up there, is it? Because
No,
I know, don't they have some areas in Errol Estate that are
not in Errol, no.
Okay.
It's an older neighborhood. That neighbor's been going since the 70s.
Yeah, it sure has.
But this was one strip of custom homes in there on one of the golf holes. And it's just you walk in, that view is like, whoa, is this Orlando? It just looks like something out of a valley in Tennessee. It's just really great with water beyond.
And, they've got the 429 goes by there now. And I mean, you've got access to all over the place.
You can get a house that size, but no pool, no view, no conservation lot, not a 3rd acre, no 3-car garage. All those things come into play on something like this. Great custom home. And so call me at 407-352-8118 or go to cleveloveland.com. And Bruce, I got one of my headlines here. Mortgage rates tumble. They're tumbling. So what is tumbling? We're down from about 6 3/4 to 6.5.
I would not call what has happened to mortgage rates a tumble. I would say that it is a nice improvement, but a tumble to me means they went from 6.5 to 5.
Well, last time I saw plummet,
half a point.
Last time I saw plummet, they went from 6.75 to 6.69. So that's a tumble for them.
I don't know what I guess there is no clear definition of tumble truly is,
but they're good. They're going the right way.
I think that what happens is our listeners tend to get a lot of sensationalism from news, right?
It bleeds, it leads.
Right. And that's why we do what we do, because we don't want to sensationalize it. We want to tell you the way it really is. And hey, am I excited about mortgage rates? More than I have been in 3 years.
Yeah.
So I'll be honest with you. This is a great improvement. It's a dramatic improvement. Is it a tumble? Not going to call it a tumble. I'm going to talk, but here's what I am calling it. I'm calling it a breath of fresh air for people that wanted to buy a home that might have just not wanted to be in the 7s or couldn't afford the 7s.
Yep.
With the rates that have dropped, you may qualify for tens of thousands of dollars more home. Or you could buy the same home and it reduced your payment.
Yeah.
So a drop in interest rate is helping so many people that want to refinance. And please, if you're thinking about refinancing, do yourself a favor and give me an opportunity to look at your loan. I promise you that first of all, we have no high pressure. You're the existing lender you have, or whoever's soliciting you, they are commission based. My team is not commission based.
Yep.
They are not commission based.
Yep.
So you call me, we give you a straight answer, and we get you going in the right direction. We truly
there's a
are
cost
fiduciary
to refi, and you want to recoup that like within a year or 18 months.
Well,
right?
no, your actual, if you can recoup it in a year, that's an extraordinary decline.
Okay. All right.
So the rule of thumb, and there is a formula that you cannot even refinance unless you have what's called the ability to repay, and that shows us that you have to have the cost of that loan had to be recouped by your reduction of payment in 36 months or less.
Okay. 3
So
years.
36 months is really the benchmark for that. If you can recoup your money in a year, you need to refinance right now. Anything less than 36 months may be a benefit to you.
Mm-hmm.
But you get on my refi list, you get your application made at webringyouhome.com. We analyze it. I come up with the best possible terms for you, and then we create a strike rate. Then my computer tells me when my rates hit that rate, and then I call you, and since your application's ready to go, we can lock you in. Now, if you're not even applied yet, then you're not going to get.
Well, that's what's important, because you working with somebody on their credit report, getting the right docs, picking the right loan.
Absolutely.
It's funny. I was talking to a guy the other day, and I said, "Yeah, I think FHA rates are better. You got to check with the loan arranger." I don't want to do FHA. I got 20% to put down, but you will help him with that and see what's best for him.
You know what? Sometimes it's better to go conventional, and sometimes it's not.
Yep.
I mean, I got a client I had referred over to Cleve right now, and she's well qualified to go conventional, but she really wants, and she wanted to put minimum down. She's putting 10% down, but the rate that I'm able to get her versus conventional, even with the FHA PMI or MIP, is still better overall payment than the conventional loan. So it pays off.
Yeah.
And you can stretch debt ratios. You can have a little bit more marginal credit scores. There's all kinds of things that you can have that are an advantage to FHA. But we analyze that and determine which is your best route and give you options.
How are we doing on, like, I've had some, it's funny. I had this discussion with, I had an investor come to me, and they showed up to see a couple rentals, and they had literally notepads full of notes on a house and kept talking about cash flow and cash flow and cash flow. I was trying to explain to them, look, buying the rental, real estate's going to pay you 5 or 6%. You might get some tax advantages.
Yep.
Reinvest the cash flow. If you've got it, you'll make a little bit more. Appreciation, you're going to make money, but we don't know how much each year. And I gave them kind of a basic foundation for rental properties. And they kept saying, well, property's not going to cash flow enough. I'm like, the property's not cash flowing because you don't have enough to buy it cash. That's not the property's fault. That's your fault. So right now, to cash flow, you've got to put down usually like at least 25, 30%, maybe
Depends
more.
on the property, and it
does.
depends on whether you,
But in general,
like if you want to do Airbnbs, you may
possibly, but that's a job.
I tell you what, I just closed a loan for this guy, and he bought, this was out near Brooksville. Okay. But he bought this house, and it actually failed failed a conventional appraisal inspection. Like the seller
That's
literally had, it really was hard,
hard
to do. So we know what condition the house is, but it was already had renters in it. They had split the house at like a pad split, right? But this guy is making $4,000 a month. He's profiting
off a single family home.
Off a single family home. He's profiting like $2,500 a month on this house.
It's very rare.
Very rare,
Haven't seen that.
but it can happen.
But the DSCRs you've got and the investors buying properties now, the ones you're closing, those people are saying go.
They're going. They're going
and,
because
and I got leapfroggers moving out of their primary, and they're not quite cash flowing, but they will 2, 3, 4 years from now.
Yeah.
And you'll refinance them when rates come down. But you can't fault. I just think you can't fault the property. Real estate's going to pay you 5, 6, 7%.
Yep.
You got it's semi-passive income. You got a little risk.
Yep.
It's not liquid. You can't kick the tenant out. Well, you can't.
That's why you should have a home equity line of credit with me on every property that you got at least 20% in equity.
Yep. And so that's where, you got to know what's worked, because this gentleman he's got analysis paralysis, and can't get past that. And he's like, well, I'm going to try Texas. I'm going to try Tampa. And it's not, the property will, like I said, you just got to buy it. You got to dive in, just do one, and then watch it grow. And then the value will go up. and then your mortgage goes down.
Don't start your rental portfolio with a property out of state.
Yeah.
Start with one within
know. Well, this is the thing.
30
I
minutes
know
of
what-
your drive. Don't go too far
Bruce,
away.
I've dealt with I've sold thousands of homes. I've owned properties. I know what works. I've dealt with hundreds of landlords. I know what works. I see people that make great money, and I'm like, okay, I know what works. Bringing along a notepad and doing severe calculations and faulting the property is not ever going to get you anywhere.
No, it isn't.
Get it?
I had a client that I closed last week, and a smart lady, tough as nails. Okay. Tough as nails. But I will tell you something. I got to tell you the story, because she went to one of these real estate companies that you don't have to show the house. You don't have people going through your house. You don't have to make repairs, and we can close in 2 weeks, fast and easy. I will tell you something. That lady's head literally blew off. And if you listen to my show from
Because
last week, I interviewed her.
But she didn't get, because it was so low value.
She went to, we got callers calling in, but let me finish this because we got to go to a break. So she went through, she said they brought through so many people through her house, and most of them were wholesalers that were not even real buyers. Then they had some guy, she said, came up on his motorcycle, ran up in the weekend, says, "I'm here for the open house." She goes, "There's no open house here." "Oh yeah, it's all over the internet." So they had put it all over the internet. There was an open house. There wasn't even an open house, and people are showing up. So listen, you get what you pay for. Yeah. So don't think that these discount brokerages that will buy your house for cash.
But was that value that said they were going to buy it for cash? Did she not do it, or did they give her a value like 70% of what she's worth?
Well, I don't know what the percentage of it was worth, but I can tell you, she told me that she would never do it again.
Okay. And I've got a story. I will have that for the next show. Usually.
Give me your phone number then.
407-352-8118. Cleve Loveland, for top value on your home, not 70% of what it's worth. And we will help you with that. And we'll be back right after this.
Yep. Or call. Well, we got another minute, but call the loan arranger. Listen, call the loan arranger. You want to get yourself set up to purchase right now. If you're a first-time home buyer, don't miss out on Hometown Heroes. If you're a hero, law enforcement, first responder, teacher, nurse, veteran, active military duty, you may very well qualify for Hometown Heroes. Most of you will if you fall into that employment category. You have to be a first-time home buyer unless you're in the military. Then you don't have to be a first-time home buyer. However, this program can give you up to $35,000 in down payment assistance. I will tell you right now, there's no reason for anyone out there that wants to buy a home not to get in the market. Get your application started right now. Just go to webringyouhome.com. Take you 15 minutes to get the application made. We get your loan set up. We only do a soft credit pull. If you're FHA and you need a hard credit pull because your credit is marginal, we'll discuss that with you in advance, but we do not start with a hard credit pull. You have nothing to lose, everything to gain. Call the loan arranger at 407-250-9144 or go to webringyouhome.com. So when we get back from the next break, I want to talk a little bit more about what's going on with the Fed. Are we expecting more Fed cuts in the future? How will that impact us moving forward? Should people sit on the sidelines, or should they get in the market right now? Give out your phone number.
407-352-8118 or cleveloveland.com.
Yep. Or the loan arranger one more time at webringyouhome.com or 407-250-9144. Don't go anywhere. Cleve and I'll be right back.